Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
It is 4:37, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the table and to our, I want to call it interest-based bargaining. That's what I want to call it. I just want to remind everybody about the standards, and before I do a motion for the approval of minutes, time. Is 7:30 okay again, or?
What?
Hey, I'm just saying.
If I get giggles,
We can make
just,
it we can make it 8 o'clock if you want.
I said 30 minutes and she glared at me.
That's usually what I do with Darrington, right? Which one do you want?
Okay.
Just need a time from either side or both anybody.
Okay.
Can I amend?
Absolutely.
6.
You want to shoot for 6?
Yes, I do.
Going.
Put your thumbs yay or nay. How's that? Are we good?
6 o'clock?
Okay.
Okay. We had no.
Who had a no?
Who did?
You.
Definitely a no. This is a troublemaker. I have to tell you.
And it doesn't pass.
HR's in the room. Look away for a minute.
Okay, may I propose something? Is it legal for me to propose something, sir?
She needs to speak on her no first.
Okay. Yes, she does. Thank you, Tricia.
I just, I really think that to return on another day.
Well, we would have to return on another day because you guys have to go through. Agreement and everything else and approve it, and then I don't think will take long.
But if House Bill 516 carries on to 2 nights, then I can just my phone. Never mind. Rena, you want to say it?
Oh golly gee. Let's agree on a time, guys. Okay.
Can we compromise and do 7? I'm just putting it out there, you guys.
Could we instead say that we will vote at 6 o'clock? Yeah. So at 6 o'clock we will determine whether or not to adjourn or to continue.
Okay, so it's been proposed that we look at 6 o'clock, see how we're doing. If not, we'll come back together and adjust the time.
Yeah, that's my proposal.
Okay. Let's go ahead and vote for that, you guys.
Okay.
Looks like it passed. Okay.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Thanks, you guys.
No. They have to.
Oh, I still have to do that, don't I? I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
in a hurry.
Yes.
All in favor?
Okay. Got it.
Okay, it looks like it's passed.
Okay.
Now may I continue to the next thing? All right, I believe that we are going on to House Bill 516. Am I correct?
Yep.
That was proposed by Brandy.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yes, do I need to talk now?
Mm-hmm. Please, I'll shut up.
Yeah, turn the mic on, please.
Thank you for smiling, Brandy.
Okay, so House Bill 516 impacts not only the association, but also the school district. We need to make sure that these changes that are now into law, something that's brand new, we we have the information correct in our master agreement, because it does affect the master agreement and things that both sides should or should not do. So in order to avoid fines, those types of things from the state, it's definitely something that needs to come before the table. So I would like to present, can I just do this now? Present an option?
I believe so.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Now, do I give my option and then I can talk about it, or should I talk about it first?
Give your option.
Okay.
Whatever's fastest.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do the option first and then talk about it.
Okay.
I think that's how.
So I move that we form a committee. Okay, just, yep. I move that we form a committee, 2 from MCEA, 2 from the admin team or district team, to work on the appropriate language for our master agreement.
Okay.
Now, do I get to talk more? Okay, so several years ago when we had a great discussion and negotiations about evaluation and revising the evaluation process and procedures in our district, there was a lot of discussion at negotiations that took quite a bit of time, and then it was referred to a committee. It's referred to in interest-based bargaining as the straw design. So it does kind of go away from the interest-based bargaining, but we felt that a smaller group could come together and have some good discussions and not take a lot of extra time. And I feel like those of us that were part of that evaluation process committee had some great discussions. I feel like we came up with really solid arrangement for both sides. And then when we brought it back to the negotiations team, it was pretty fast that we were able to present it. They asked a few questions, but we were able to hammer through it a lot more quickly than just sitting at the table. So I feel like a committee would be a much more time efficient way of handling this big thing that we need to tackle on a day like today, because we're all tired.
I'd like to sort of reinforce what Brandy just said, because I was on that committee too, and I think it was a really great collaborative team that was really able to listen and understand everybody's point of view, and then sort of hammer it out of where we wanted to be. And I felt really good when we were done and ready to go and present that, because it had worked out so well, and you could see and kind of feel the collaborative spirit at the time. And I think now when we're in this time period of just upheaval in the world, that the more that we can, all of us, the more that we can support and be part of something that would work really well, like collaboration, that keeps us away from all that upheaval, and it keeps things a little calmer, just because then everybody knows, hey, this is what was hammered out, and those people feel good about it, so we should too. We need to head for that positive always.
Can I add to that? I was on that committee. Did we only have 4 of us?
Yeah, there are 4 of us.
Who else was it? Was it you?
Yeah.
Ashley. Mr. Larson was on it too. I think. Maybe there were 3. Maybe there were 3 on each from each side.
But I do remember it was very collaborative and efficient, and we went through the wording, and we all just kind of agreed. And it was very nitpicky, right? Like we had to go through every single line, and it sounds like that is gonna have to happen with
Yes.
this stuff, right? So it, I mean, but it was very efficient because it was just, I don't know. Yeah.
So do I need to change it to 3 and 3, or is 2 and 2 okay? It's
Your option, yeah.
Yes, I was just gonna say, you're the one who did it.
I don't want to make that decision.
Brandy, how about this? 2 and 2 plus the superintendent,
What it might have been.
who's kind of a, yeah, he was there.
Well, he would need to be there anyway.
Was there, Abby, were you on that with us?
I don't think so.
Right before you retired?
I'm trying to
I feel like it
recall.
was you two and then Brandy and me.
So do you want to amend it to add
I
the superintendent?
I don't believe I was on that. I don't remember if I was. I don't think so. Because if I was at a secret, I couldn't have done it because I had too much going on at home.
I would like to add the superintendent to that committee as well.
Okay.
On my
On your option.
Yep.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yes.
Any other options for House Bill 516?
Can we caucus, please?
Yes, sir. You may caucus. All right. Tell me how much time you need.
No more than 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah. I'll just add, the district is, we will obviously fully comply with the requirements of House Bill 516, and whether that's here in our proper negotiations or through a committee, I'm not sure that matters. We're responsible. No one wants to see anybody get fined. The district doesn't want to be fined. And so, whatever language from the master agreement, if there's prohibitive language, that'll need to be removed. If there's stuff that can be put in, that complies, then yeah, we're for that as well.
Which means what?
Can I modify my option one more time?
You want to modify
You would
it?
like to amend your
I
modify and then
guess. Yep.
you got it.
Just a second. Okay, ready.
No, she's ready. I think she found her place.
Yep.
Can I change it to 3 MCEA if it's going to have 2 admin and Mr. Larson? It'll be 3 MCEA.
So basically 3-3 still.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I should have.
I got it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Sure, you don't want it to be 1 and 1.
You can put that on. Oh, I see that. Want to say something?
Okay. I'll ask one more time before I'm going to ask for a vote. Any more discussion or any more options? Because I think my next step would be a vote, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
the only combination we're gonna have.
I'm pretty sure.
Just a clarifying question. Do we have to come up with names now, or do we wait till after the vote to see what the vote's going to be? I guess we would wait till after. Okay, never
I
mind.
think,
I answered my own question.
yeah, you did. Because I would have said the same thing. I think that it's better to vote on it first. That would be my recommendation. Alrighty. I'm counting in my head because I'm doing wait time. I'm practicing right now.
I'm ready.
You ready to vote? Okay. We're going to vote on option A. Go ahead, Maren.
To form a committee that'll have 3 people from MCA, 2 from admin plus the superintendent to work on appropriate language for the master agreement.
Okay, go ahead and show your vote with your thumbs. Yes, I like that. That was pretty. And it looks like it passed. Okay. We're going to go ahead and go on to the next interest, which is fiscal responsibility. And I think Mr. Larson brought that up.
Yeah, I did, and that was just really with whatever we decided, make sure, as far as the district was concerned, that we were being fiscally responsible. So really, I don't think there's anything else to discuss regarding that.
Awesome. Great. So you're okay with it moving on to the
Yep.
next one? Okay. It's lawfulness, and I'm not sure who proposed that.
With me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Same thing. I don't think it needs to have a lot of discussion. A lot of this, I think, will play an impact as the smaller committee gets together to discuss House Bill 516.
Okay. Alrighty. Moving on to sick leave bank. And I apologize. I'm not sure who brought that up.
Josh.
Oh, and he's not here. What do we do? I don't know.
Well, I think that we already dealt with that the first night, and that it was set aside for another time.
Okay. Oh my gosh. And we've already done salaries and benefits. Am I correct on that one? Anything else
So when are we gonna get together with
for interests?
Don't hate me. One of the things we were talking about in the master agreement, we have a provision on the Fridays that we are only supposed to use half a day for PD or for team meetings. One of the problems that we're running into is we're running out of Fridays and we're not able to collaborate with our entire team because we just don't have the time for it and still meet district mandated PD. So there's a lot of stuff that we need to do like RTI district wide, but because of that block, it makes it very difficult to get those things done. So I would like us to revisit that.
Okay. So
She's adding an option.
my thinking is, do you have an interest that you'd like to propose to put up there, Maggie?
Fridays. Is Fridays the interest?
Interest.
I don't know.
Are
PD
you
time?
PD on Fridays?
Yeah, PD team meeting time.
Okay.
Okay. So
I guess that would be it.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and write that down.
what did she call it? PD on Fridays?
PD/meeting
On-
on Fridays.
Yeah. Maggie, do you feel like you need to speak more to that? Okay.
Yeah, I do. One of the things that ends up happening is we end up having to have very quick, like almost informational meetings right after school to try it in a hurry, which first off, teachers are burned out after school. We don't want to be doing that. And then the other thing is we can't get shared leadership in a quick meeting. It ends up being like, here's a bunch of information, but we have to be fast. And I think it's really important for us to have the time to be able to make decisions together and have that shared leadership. And then professional development is important, not just the stuff that we're mandated by the state to do, but also the things that are best for our teachers and best for our kids.
Okay.
Got it.
Would anybody like to propose an option for that? Because I think if I understand this procedure, we have to go to options for this interest.
Her story. So okay, here we go. Options. Which goes with A, B, C, D, E, F.
We need an option.
Oops.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know if anybody else is speaking to this, so I don't know if this is an issue for anyone else. So I'm not sure
Well, you can go
if
ahead.
there's impact elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I
Go
can,
ahead and make an option.
I can make some options.
Sure. Let's see where we go.
One of the things that I would like to do is continue to protect those days right before parent-teacher conferences that are already in the master agreement. I think it's the work days. Protect those days for the teachers so that they still have those work days protected because they need them for, well, anyway. The other thing is right now it says only a half day can be taken up in meetings. And I think that's too limiting. I just like to at least once a month have a full day that we can use for PD slash team meetings.
Once a month?
Yeah, at least once a month. Have a day. And that can be split between district PD and a team meeting in our building, which would be nice. And that doesn't mean that we would use all of them every month, but I think we need to have at least one day a month that we have the freedom to use for those things that we need to have done. So one Friday a month,
Okay.
at least. Yeah.
How would you like Lauren to write that for you?
I don't know. Somebody help me wordsmith this.
One Friday a month to
Available for PD and team meetings.
what part is that under in the master agreement, guys? I can't
It's on
remember.
page 14.
Page
I
14.
don't know
Okay.
the exact article number.
Section F.
Okay.
Policy also.
Okay.
Always in the policy,
Two.
policy 581.
581.
Just make sure that it's what you want on that.
Right, while still protecting my 2 days. So how, like on those months.
Well, the
Yeah.
workday's different though.
Team meetings while still protecting. I would like
Isn't
to
it?
add while still protecting.
Workday's different. Right?
This is professional development days, PD days.
Yeah, the work days before. How does it's listed in the
Workday's a different
some
section.
people
Get
written?
So what she's referring to is PD days.
PD days, not work days.
The Friday before parent teacher conferences, there will be a half day for preparation. Okay, so I just still want to protect those days. Yeah, it's this fourth provision. Half of contracted Friday time will be dedicated to teacher work time planning and preparation. That's the part that's hamstringing us a little bit, and making it difficult to do the things that we need to do.
Okay.
Okay. There has been an option proposed. Any more discussion?
Maggie, I have a question on that. So those months that we only have one Friday, what's the expectation for that month?
I would say that it would be available for PD and team meetings, but that would be at the discretion of the building principal, depending on what the needs of that building are.
Okay.
I mean, may I speak to it a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Okay. When we first went to the 4-day week, one of the really big arguments for the 4-day week was that way we would have time for collaboration, we would have time for team meetings, and we would have time for district meetings. When we first started it, we said the mornings would be used for building meetings as needed, and then the afternoons would be used for district meetings as needed. And so that was a great setup, because what happened was we weren't in each other's way. What's happening now is that the time is so limited that every time I want to have a team meeting in my building, and I have a small staff, so even one person gone is a big deal. So I want to have a team meeting in my building. Well, because we only get the half day now, there'll be a district meeting at the same time, because that's when they have to do it. And then I lose people. And so it makes it really hard, especially in a small building, especially where I want to have shared leadership. It makes it really, really difficult for me to have full collaboration within the building. And that's my frustration.
Okay. All right. Any more discussion?
I just have clarifying questions still. So Maggie, like I'm trying to process this. So you're saying like so let's take September, for example, a month that's kind of perfect month. Like we work 2 Fridays. So you're saying the one Friday would be set aside for PD and teams meetings, whole day.
At the principal's discretion.
Okay. So then that second Friday, what are you thinking like along that one? When there is more than one Friday in a month.
I think that's up for discussion. What my need is one Friday a month.
So then that Friday wouldn't get touched with district things. Or it would.
I don't have a problem if it gets touched with district things.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first Friday or the second Friday?
We're not, I don't think
I don't think we're there yet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I would agree, like, I mean, there's been multiple times this year that I've had something in place and then something else needs to happen, and still trying to protect giving teachers that time. It has, this year has been difficult for it. So I do agree with that.
All right. Any more options for that, or? Discussion?
Can we caucus?
Absolutely. How long do you think you need, Brandy?
10 minutes.
You got it.
So they want to
What is your
change
shirt
it.
saying? Because I've seen
They want to change.
Any more discussions, options for Friday PD?
I would just like some clarification on what the actual PD time requirement is.
On PD time?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could answer a little. I don't think there's like a specific time requirement. There are specific things that we need to accomplish, or I mean, you of course have faculty meetings, which is fitting in that PD time. If we bring in trainers for something, that would fit in that time. Also, with that, there are committees and different things that need to happen. So, like if there's a safety committee or a reunification thing or MERT team trainings, we need places for those to fit. Like with our Cook Center grant, there's some requirements there of what we have to do. I don't think there's something that says that we have to provide or participate in so many hours of PD per year per teacher. There's nothing like that. And every building is different. And we all have different focuses or different things that we're working on. And sometimes we sign up for different things. Like I have my science teachers work with the Idaho Science Coaching Group, and they have specific professional development times and things that they have to do. Um, don't ask me what that is right now because yeah. Like next year we're participating in some math stuff, so they're going to have some specific times and things that they have to do that all as well. I think really, and Maggie could correct me if I'm wrong here. It's trying to fit all the things in, and not that we are trying to say. I'm speaking for Maggie now. Like let's have 8 hours of PD every Friday. That's definitely not where this is coming from. It's just having a little more flexibility, which it does say in that piece is there will be flexibility in that. Like I just know myself in my building, like it's hard to try and fit everything that I need to do in that 4 hour block of time. That sometimes I may be able to make it all fit better if I can go a little more throughout the day. But that doesn't mean every single person is in all of those meetings that happen, except for me probably. So
I have a question. I looked at the calendar for next year and there's only 2 months that have 2 Fridays. So how do you propose one Friday a month when there's only 2 months there that have 2 Fridays? Just curious.
I think it's really important for as a team for us to be able to come together at least one Friday a month and truly have the flexibility and be able to use the full 8 hours if we need to, depending on what's going on. So we talked about the Cook Center grant. So that requires, I think it was like two or three trainings this year, 2 hours a piece, right? So that was harsh on our time. And again, we're down to, so when we started this, we had 2 Fridays every month. Now we mostly only have one, which is okay. This is good. But when you get stuff like the Cook Center grant, or like not this year, last year when we had to do the dyslexia training, our district is fantastic about bringing in the trainings that are needed that we have to keep our credentials. They brought it in, no cost to us, but that cut deep into our collaboration time as a building. And I think it's really important that we create teams within our buildings and that we actually have the time to do that if needed. I'm not saying every Friday needs to be 8 hours of that. Anybody who knows me knows that is the absolute last thing that I want. But I think that we need to be able to have that option. And the part that is hard is when district PD or district commitments are cutting into the time that I need for those team meetings. And it's not like I can go, well, we just won't do the district stuff. That stuff has to happen. So that's where I don't need a full 8 hours. I need the flexibility to be able to have that time. And I know it says flexibility on there, but it also says a half day. and it's very constraining. And this year, one of the things that has happened to us is we used to do our Monday meetings after school was just talking about kids, and that's it, just kids. Like, we didn't bring in all of it, any of the other stuff. It was just talking about the needs of the kids and how do we help these kids. Well, this last year, we've had to use our after school Monday meetings for, real quick, let me give you all this information. And then we never got around to talking about the kids. Or we finally talk about the kids, but we never really get to solutions. We just complain. So I think it's really messing with what's going on at Mount Harrison. Now, I recognize that Mount Harrison isn't every other school in the district. It's just Mount Harrison for me. And so, yeah, I'm looking at my needs here, and that's like, I'm seeing, do other schools have those same needs? Do you feel like your faculty is a team? Do you feel like you're all working together towards the same goals? Now, one day a month is really important for that. And when we're constantly giving it up, you start feeling disconnected, and you start feeling like, here I am in my cave with my door shut. So those are my thoughts.
I would like to share sentiment that my colleagues regularly speak on, which is the absence of Mount Harrison being included in things. We often feel like there were discussions, decisions made without consideration of our unique school. And so when there is a district PD or there is this meeting, this training, and one of our teachers has the opportunity to go, it is like, yes, please go. Go here, go learn, go do, bring it back and represent for our people. So it is very important that they be allowed to go. And I agree, we need to have that team and that time in our building. It's necessary. Sorry, I'll add one more thing. Because we are so small, when you have one person out of the building, whether that be the special ed instructor or the math teacher, it takes out a whole department for us. Like, they are that one person. And so as we are making building decisions to plan things and collaborate, we're missing an important part that we don't necessarily have the lens that they would have to help us with that decision making and solution finding.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead, Brandy.
Can I just ask a question, because I'm not on the site even close to scheduling out district PDs and stuff. So is there something that the district could do more to schedule out and plan their district-wide PDs so the buildings know about that in advance? Like, when I say that, is it possible to look at the calendar and say, okay, the district PDs are going to be on this date and this date and this date? That's when they're going to be, that the admin in the buildings know far enough in advance that they can maybe schedule out what they need to do for their teams in their buildings and work around those. Is that possible to schedule the district stuff out, like for the year, if they know that district-wide PDs are coming up?
I mean, ultimately, that would be the goal. Unfortunately, some of these trainings happen. Like, well, I mean, I'll take that Cook Center grant. When we had those discussions and we met with the representatives and we met with Kaja and all that was going on, they did not mention all these trainings. And so, hey, this sounds good. And we agree to it. And then we get a call. Oh, by the way, when are you doing these? Like, what do you mean? When are we doing what? And so they threw that on us, and we had to hurry up and get those scheduled. And unfortunately, when we did that interrupted time that some of the buildings already had things scheduled for. But yes, if we can do a better job, that would help. We don't always know. Sometimes it's the availability and say, hey, if it's this day, well, we want it to be this day, but no one's available that day. So now we've got to move it to, 2 months later. Well, that might impact stuff that's already been scheduled. It is a challenge, but we can try and do a better job at that, most definitely.
So this might not be the place for it, but with the Cook Center grant, I know that we had trainings and it was us and Kaja that received that grant, right? Both? I know very well several staff at Kaja. And when I said, well, you guys have these trainings, they had no clue what I was talking about. They never did anything. They didn't even know what the Cook Center was. So I'm like, what?
Unfortunately, I can't speak to their district and their training or lack thereof.
And maybe that's why our district is using it a lot more than the other districts that have it too. So maybe because of our trainings, I don't know. But it was one of the requirements of the grant. So we want to keep it. I think it's been great for my teacher or for my parents. Yeah, having access to that free parent coach. That's incredible. And they can meet with them weekly. And these parents, and they're like, I love my kid, but I have no idea what to do and how to help them. And I show them that, and then it's night and day. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it.
So I'm going to speak just as a teacher, because I was on the team when we came up with this professional development day, contracted Fridays language. And there were some very, very good discussions during that time of negotiations. But as a teacher, my concern is, okay, so if we're going to have one Friday a month and the whole day can possibly be used with meetings, there are sometimes when they will use every Friday possible. That means that as teachers, we are only guaranteed to get a half of a day before parent-teacher conferences twice a year, plus a half a day on those 2 months. So we have 4 Fridays in the year that we have a half a day that we can do the things that we need to do in our classrooms. And as a teacher, I'm not speaking for everybody else, but as a teacher, for me, that concerns me because I just feel like with everything that we have going on, that's not enough time to get the stuff done that we need to do in our classrooms. And I don't know if other teachers would feel that way. I'm just speaking for myself and friends, colleagues that I have. Losing that half a day would be concerning to a lot of teachers. That now when am I going to do my stuff? Now when am I going to have time to grade these 250 essays? When am I going to have time to work on my IEPs? Because now we're getting a lot more students on IEPs in our building with the upcoming class. And I mean, there's so many things. When am I going to have time for all of this? That's a concern that I could see from classroom teachers.
Brandy, I appreciate that you shared that because as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking all of my CTE phone calls, all of my CTE reports. It's like what am I going to do now if I'm sitting in a meeting? I really like what you said, Mr. Larson, about being more intentional with the planning of the calendar or mindful moving forward. I feel like that's a very good solution that we're at right now. That's what I want to add.
I'm going to say I appreciate what you said too, Brandy, and I think that this illustrates one of the things that Sarah said a little bit ago, and that's this idea of this one size fits all for the district. And the needs of a teacher in a large school are very different from the needs of a teacher in a small school. The needs of an administrator in a very large school are going to be different from those of a small school. And that's where sometimes the language that we use is very beneficial for one school and is not great for other schools. And I don't know the solution to any of that. I don't know what the solution is to that. And I'm willing to, like, in looking at this, I mean, because I don't want to do this all night, but I'm willing to withdraw. We do have the flexibility piece on there, and I recognize that. I really want to be able to follow the master agreement with fidelity. But the needs at Mount Harrison are, it went out. The needs at Mount Harrison are very different than those at the other schools, and I think that as we make decisions, we need to acknowledge that and also like provide for that. Okay.
So Maggie, are you withdrawing your option or your interest? Is that what you're doing?
What does the rest of the group think here?
Well,
Maybe we should vote
that's what I was
first and then
yeah.
and but just knowing that I'm okay with that. I don't like the absolutes in certain things because they do harm our school.
Okay. Are we okay to go ahead and see where we stand with this where everybody is feeling so that we kind of see where it goes, right? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
But if it doesn't pass, then it's done, and then our conversation, is that correct? Our conversation's pretty much over once the vote takes place, because then there's nothing else to do on it.
I think
I would say, I mean, as far as negotiations go, the conversation would be over, but I don't think that has to be the end of things. You and Maren meet with me once a month, and if we want to bring others into that, we can. If this is one of the things we want to talk about, we just make it a discussion item for our meeting. It wouldn't be part of negotiations, but maybe we can come up with something that would work.
I think it would be productive and possibly interesting to see what other districts that have like a small alternative school and then like a much larger high school, how do they handle this? Because other districts have to do PD, other districts have to prepare for parent teacher conferences, other districts have, just a lot of different things going on too. We're probably not the only ones in this position of having one school with one set of needs and then other schools that have like their own set of needs. I feel like I don't have enough. I have enough information from Maggie to make a decision about Maggie's school, but whether that same thing would work for, say, all the elementary schools, the middle schools, and Minico, I'm not sure of. And I would like to hear what other schools, other districts do. Like, maybe some of the Meridian and Boise schools and, how are they handling all those needs? And maybe they're not doing any better at it than we are. So, I guess that's kind of where I am right now.
And something that just came to me, so when you look on the website and you look at the stipends that are given, I mean, the few that are still given in our district, Minico takes a big chunk of those stipends but I mean, they have 1,000 students. That's totally understandable. And I know we're trying to be fiscally responsible. I know all of those things, but Mount Harrison, I'm sure they receive very few stipends. I'm just assuming. I don't know. Maggie could clarify that, but they receive very few stipends. So if they need more team time because of their small staff, like Sarah said, you pull SPED out, that's one person, but it's a whole department. Is there an opportunity maybe if teachers have to work past their contract time, but they need to have some team meetings, that maybe they could be compensated for that time because they're receiving very, very few stipends that overall are given within the district. I don't even know if that's an option, but then it would maybe help them out in their team time that they are needing, but still, I don't know.
I'm thinking that of having a flex time
Yeah.
would be something that could happen. I'm pretty sure that most schools have people who come in like half an hour to however long before their actual contracted time, and some who stay very late after their contracted time. Um, is there a way that flex time that could be somehow organized in some way to keep track of it, and then that could be used for those extra meetings? If they had to stay, then okay, you get this 30 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour, whatever, added to your flex time. um, and then if you need to take off an hour early to go to the dentist, you can do that.
I appreciate the out of the box thinking and the ideas and the possible solutions. Um, I do think when we talk about stipends or flex time, we are getting into district policy. So I mean, that's not stuff that I can make decisions about, or even that this team can at this moment. But I appreciate the input. Again, I think just out of curiosity, I'd love to do a vote. And then, like I said, I'm willing to withdraw it. But I'd like to just see where people stand on this and what their thoughts are on it. And then we can move on. So I'm calling for a vote. I'm making a motion that we vote.
I hear ya. Pardon me?
Previous question's been called, which means we stop debate and vote.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, so this is
Keep me on my toes. Okay, let's put it to a vote then. I don't. I didn't realize that we had to make a motion, but do we? No, I can just call for a vote. I think, Maggie. How about we just do that? I'm gonna call. Me too. This is my first time,
But
so
you're voting on option one, the one Friday a month, correct?
voting on option A.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. On Friday PD.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marn. Might as well read it before we vote.
One Friday a month for PD and team meetings while still protecting the days before PTC.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and vote with a show of thumbs, please.
Oh, you don't care. Okay, got it. So I've got the note. Nicole, Trish, and Brandy are not.
That's what I have. Nicole, Trish, and Brandon. Trish, we're going to start with you.
I just think there needs to be more discussion, talks between the district, and I think it's really important that we protect the teachers' time as well.
Okay. Thank you. Brandy, you had your thumb down. You need to speak to
Pretty
that.
much what Trish said.
Nicole?
Yeah, the same thing. I know with Mount Harrison, it is a special case, and it can be frustrating. But I think, we would need more discussion, and teachers do need that time. We are spread thin, and yeah.
Okay. Got it. Is that it then? I got everybody? All right. All righty. It didn't. There we. Yeah. Can I say something?
Are we done with everything?
I don't know, but I thought that was awesome. Oh my gosh!
It
thank
is 6
you.
o'clock, and we did agree on that. But do we need to set up who's going to be on this committee to work on the language and when they're going to first meet?
No,
on
House
A,
Bill.
on the
On
HB
516.
516.
I would think that each group would be allowed to choose their representatives.
Well, I would imagine, yes.
That would be my, so, like, I would think that the groups would want to speak amongst themselves, figure out who they want their representatives to be, and then do it, right? I'm not sure that's something that this committee needs to talk about. Do we?
Hey,
We
Mr. Larson.
we did that already.
Mr. Larson's gonna be on it.
That's a given.
He
huh?
doesn't have a choice.
Given. Yeah. Nice.
I'm
Volunteer.
volunteering.
Good job. Oh,
Lauren, you said
nice.
MCA already has their reps?
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me who those will be?
Okay.
Brandy.
Oh, wait a
And
minute, wait a
me.
minute. Brandy, I typed that somewhere else.
We went 3, so.
Brandy.
Oh,
You need one more.
we do need one more then. I'm sorry.
I
Are you
asked to be a part of
going
it.
to? Yeah, I
I-
know.
Okay,
I've asked to be a part of it. I've sat in on the IEA town hall meetings. I'm starting to be more comfortable, not familiar all the way, but I'm interested in it. I just have a very hectic schedule, so
Yeah, I just thought
depending
we were
on
going to be
what
gone.
the calendar is going to be.
Maybe we have 3.
so you're saying,
It's meeting times is going to determine.
Sarah's.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and just still put her down.
Yeah. Put her down for now.
I'll put a
We'll see
question
what
mark by her.
happens.
I'll put a question mark by her.
Because
Pencil her in.
Yeah, I got question marks, and then Spencer, you'll.
Okay. So who are the?
Well,
So we
We
got
didn't
the.
discuss it.
he'll need to.
You did not discuss it. Never mind then.
That
He
was a
knew.
new
He.
thing.
You knew what I was going to ask, didn't you? Okay. All right.
Can I get a date of when this will be done?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Show up. They're like, I need to know who's not here at all. Didn't build Josh.
Yeah. Oh, poor Josh.
I think you should pick somebody who's not here. Yeah.
Poor Josh. Poor Josh.
I will let Carrie know who the district team will be.
And then I'll let you
Rest will
guys
be-
know. Okay.
yeah.
I'll let you guys know.
And then that group can kind of decide what their schedules are, because I guess we don't know yet
Yeah.
what that's gonna be, or what their schedules are. Are you guys thinking like
Tomorrow. So there you go.
we didn't talk about that.
Okay, so we
Other
need to
than-
set another meeting date up for the team. To meet.
Yeah. Other than like Brandy has
No, because I have to do a board meeting.
is it STEM Club?
STEM camp.
STEM Camp coming up, and I love that sound. And Sarah has to be out of town for a few days too, so
Just a
And the law
reminder.
goes into effect.
July 1st.
July 1st. And yeah, that's my big thing is we need to do this sooner
Before
versus
July.
later.
Before July 1st.
Before
'cause their
before
agreement
July
starts-
1st.
Their agreement goes to June 30th, so it needs to be done before July 1st.
I mean, it needs to be done.
Everything.
Everything, not oh, we're done with our part on the committee and we're going to,
All needs to be done.
everything
Ratified by
ratified by
union,
you
approved by the
guys,
board.
ratified by the board.
Yeah, everything.
Or special
And that's-
phone call
Or a
meeting,
special meeting. Yeah.
because I know the board really loves those.
As long as TL shows up at the office, we're okay. Could I ask a question? I'm going to apologize in advance. So we voted on the parental leave to have the 6 days, right?
Correct.
So what we agree in negotiations is for our contract, like our master agreements. So do we need to figure that out or do a committee that will figure out that language? What we voted and passed the 6 days, but then now what? Because leave is in the master agreement, leave in law is part of the compensation and benefits. So it should go in master. We just need to clarify that before we leave tonight. We're 5 minutes over our vote.
Yes, we are.
Do you want to read?
Do we want to extend our time?
Could that committee come up with that language?
Same.
Yeah.
Haven't we had one person do language on that kind of stuff before?
Well, it still has to go to PRC. Yeah.
Because we want it as a separate
It has to go to PRC.
Well, and so there's is some of the debate because I don't feel it has to be in the master agreement. I mean, the negotiations, we came up with the day, the number of days, and that's the leave part. And then again, the mechanism is policy, which is the board's responsibility. They would just have to work in what we agreed to. Now, if we want to discuss policy again, please, I think come to PRC. I mean, Carrie, do you send that to everybody?
Not only if they tell me that they want to come to
But
it.
that is something
But I can
like
send it out to all
we
staff.
can do.
Yeah.
We know the days. I mean, it has to, by our agreement, it has to be 6 days.
Sir, my understanding is though is that this work is to place these things into our master agreement. So therefore, that's where it would rightfully live, not necessarily just in policy.
I'm not saying it can't be there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be there.
Right here. With best Preston and twins.
Well,
Believe that.
But in our master agreement, we have approximately almost 9 pages that are committed specifically to leave. So why wouldn't it be in the leave in there also?
Again, I'm not saying it can't be. I'm just saying it's not required to be in there.
Well, I would differ on that just because it is compensation, and compensation is something to be negotiated, not necessarily settled by policy.
We did negotiate that. It was the 6 days.
Yes, but then that goes into, we can't negotiate policy. We can only negotiate the master agreement.
Correct.
Therefore, it has to go into the master agreement.
Again, I see that differently.
Okay. Are we at an impasse or what? I'm not sure where to go from here. It is 6 o'clock. It's after 6. It's 6:08. So is this something that's going to be left up to discussion more? I mean, I'm not sure where you guys are headed right now. Definitely something's been brought up. So are you guys okay? Like the next, I don't remember when the next policy review committee is. It's the Tuesday before the board meeting. Coming to the policy review, I know you're off, but coming to policy review and helping with that parental leave. I mean, because I pulled up, I've got twins, Preston's, American Falls. I think I have 2 other schools. So I pulled up their policies on parental leave. Exactly what they state.
Is that something that we could zoom in for?
Nope. I don't know, Sarah. I don't know. I don't even know what the date. What date would it be, Spencer?
It's the Tuesday before.
Yeah. When's the when's June coming up? The 16th? When is the June one? Where's June?
1, 2, 3, 16.
So it would be actually the 10th. It should be on your calendar. The 10th? 9th.
Look at the 9th.
Yeah.
It's the 9th.
Okay. It's the. I love this discussion, but we agreed at the beginning if it was 6 o'clock to vote to extend time. So I feel like we need to take care of that, and if I feel like we need to do that first before we discuss any more of anything else.
I do believe that has to be a motion. Well, we've already motioned on it. We've already decided that. Oh, we did.
Now we're just voting.
Okay, so I move. Am I right if I say I move to extend the negotiations time? And I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think 20 more minutes will work?
Till 6:30 and evaluate where we're at there.
Let's take a vote. 6:30 is, oh, second. There's been a motion. Somebody second.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Let me do a slash.
Let's take a vote. 20 more minutes till about 6:30-ish, since it's going on 6:11.
Okay.
Okay.
6:30.
It looks counted.
Yeah, go to 6:30 then. It's all passed.
Can I ask a question? Is this committee, the PRC, is it already set up? There's people already on it?
Anybody can be on it. Anyone can be on it. Community members. We have a board member on
Can
there.
we talk just for 5 minutes?
Yeah, because I'm having a sidebar.
Yeah.
we are back to option Friday PD, right? Am I right? Okay, keep
No.
no. What are we talking about then? Where am I?
Parental leave.
Days, the last day of school. Policy and master.
Policy.
Well, the
God.
parental leave one we were talking kind of about. So
Yes. If I may, I would just like to express on behalf of my colleagues who's not here, Krista, because she brought this up originally. And she shared some pretty compelling stories from our colleagues about how parental leave is important. And we, as a team, agreed that this would be good for our colleagues and for our district. And so I would like to offer the option that we take this and move it into an MOU. My understanding, our understanding from the association is that we negotiate for our contract, not on policy. When we go to ratify this, our members will vote on the master agreement, not district policy. So out of an understanding that it was not introduced by our group or your side of the group, that this was going to be policy, I would like to say that we move this to an MOU, and that if it is something that is well received by our colleagues in the coming year, that we then revisit it with the intent to put it back in the master agreement, saving a lot of time.
So I just maybe need some clarification. So, and I am not the best note taker in the world, so Carrie might help with this. So MOU, I just went back through the options. That was an original part of the combinations, and I believe that was voted down.
Correct.
So, like, we've already voted that down, I guess. So, what we and Carrie, I have no clue. I have some crossed out on my paper. What was our final decision on that?
Hang on,
Which
I've got to find my
which
stuff.
combination? It might be under that option paper, Abby, the blue one.
Yeah. That's what I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
if it's
figure out.
marked on there.
Do you want this?
Yeah, did we mark on there? So we ended up voting on I, which was just 6 days parental leave. And if we look at all the combination or the options we had, like we had MLU, we had policy, we had all of those things, and we voted all those down.
Correct. So my suggestion to the group tonight is based off of the understanding that just took place in this conversation, that I am understanding that when we get together for negotiations, it is for negotiating our master agreement. But if this was intended to live in policy, that is something then that I think that leaves us to moving towards the MOU, which is because our assumption is when we get on this table, we're doing the work to negotiate for our master agreement, not policy. And so if you guys are thinking of pushing it to policy, then we need to move this back to an MOU.
Can I say one before you
Yeah,
speak?
go
So,
ahead.
like, I guess to me, I'm like, oh, did we just like go clear back to the other night?
Yes.
So I mean, we voted on all of these options, but now you're coming back to say, oh wait, like we voted and we all agreed on one option, but now are you like saying, oh, that wasn't what we wanted? I'm confused.
No.
Because if you voted an MOU down, you voted a policy down, and we said we could live with just saying it would be that parental leave, it would go in how it goes in.
So the vote that was had was to vote in for 6 paid days, but it was not specified in this room by any of us that it was going to be either policy or actually let me fix
I guess
what
yeah, go ahead.
let me fix what I was going to say. When I was discussing this, when we were on this table talking about it, it was with the understanding that we're doing this work for our master agreement. But if it's not going to live in this master agreement, then we need to do something else that's different.
I guess Mr. Larson can speak to that, but my perspective is that like you voted the other things down to now go see.
Yes. So, I mean, yes, we're voting on things that go in the master agreement. Uh, Governance is the board's responsibility, and they do that through policy. And so, if we put things in policy, we ultimately could be limiting uh, their ability. And that's why I've always said I don't like policy in the master agreements for that reason. Yes, and things there are things that we have to negotiate. It's salaries and benefits have been defined as health benefits. All the other stuff we don't technically have to negotiate, and we would still be within the law. So yes, while we negotiate the master agreement, I don't want to hinder the board's ability to do their job.
Can I ask a clarifying question? So you said that benefits are only health benefits. Who said that? When
That's been, I
when
think
did
you could do a quick Google search and it might give you that. That has been direction from ISBA for several years now.
okay, hang on.
I think I see the MCEA's position on this one, and I think it's like here we've negotiated for this 6 days of paid parental leave. We're not going to put it in the master agreement. We're not going to put an MOU. We're just going to trust that it's going to be in policy. And I can see where the concern would be is like what guarantee do they have that it will go into policy, and what guarantee do they have that it will stay in policy? I think that's where tell me if I'm wrong. Is
That's my mindset.
that would be the worry?
Well, the number of days was agreed to. Like we can't. That's agreed to. We can't change that. The board can't all of a sudden say, "Well, we don't like. We only want 4 days." They can't do that.
But policies do get changed by the board regularly. We have reviews,
You
correct?
guys have the option again to be on PRC. You also anything with personnel is held for 2 readings. So if there's a problem with it, there is that option that you can come and express concerns. So everything is held for 2 readings with personnel. Everything. So if there's a problem, that's when you need to come and say that. And with policy, I can't change it. Well, I can't like we've had to do a couple of changes in your agreement already because of bereavement and some things that have changed that way and everything else. But you still have to agree to that and everything else. But the policies, like updated policies, we're putting into the master agreement because the board has felt that those changes had to be made. Does that make sense? So they have the authority to do that, but everything was held 2 readings.
I
All of the
would like to call a
policies.
caucus.
Okay.
Okay. Also, and it
It's
is
6:30.
I don't care what time it is. I don't
okay.
care if it's midnight
But
30.
okay. All right. 10. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I'll knock on the doors at the 2-minute warning. Hi, Mike. Anyway, it's 6:53 now, just to let you know. I know that we didn't vote on an extended time, but uh, let's get this done. We are talking about the parental leave versus and policy master agreement. Am I correct? Okay. Any more is there something that's an option, or is it just discussion right now?
Well, I think what Ashley was saying before the caucus, this issue's already been discussed and decided. In fact, it was good faith that the district agreed to the 6 days. That's 6 days above what we currently have. And it's to help staff who need that. It was voted on. I actually think it's bad faith effort to agree to something and then turn back around, oh, but that's not good faith.
Thank you, Mr. Larson. I would agree with that. And again, I just go back to what I stated earlier, which is that our job here is to work towards our negotiated contract. This is a very important process, and we appreciate the value that policy has in our district and the work that the school board does on behalf of Minidoka County School District. As was brought up earlier, MOU was voted down, but so was the policy. And so I think that at this time, it's probably best that we table this discussion and come back with just a little bit more energy, because we're here to do the work for our colleagues, to make Minidoka County the best place to work at. And truly, I feel like I pointed this out earlier. Sometimes you can feel the tension in the room, the energy shifts, and I want to do good. I want what's best for my colleagues, what's best for my district, and so I would like to make a motion that we table this for another day.
Okay, there is a motion,
Second.
and it's been seconded. Blah, blah. I didn't even teach today. Let's go ahead and put it to a vote. Am I supposed to ask for discussion or anything? It's been discussed. Okay. Ready to vote?
Until a further time? Until next meeting? What? You guys said to table it. To table it?
To table it. That's the motion, is to
Okay.
table what's happening, the issue that has been brought forth.
Okay.
Okay, let's vote. You guys, show a show of thumbs. Okay, it looks like it's passed. All right. Is there an in between? Okay. I do believe that. Go ahead. What? Did somebody say something? Oh, I understand that. Okay. I think the next thing I'm going to bring up is adjourning. Are we in agreement to?
We need a
Need another meeting.
You need a meeting. Thank you for reminding me. A meeting for.
Thanks, boss. Since I was the one that put that motion out there, do I suggest a date?
For
I
the
think
next,
anybody can.
for
Okay.
the next
Yes,
team meeting.
I recognize that we are trying to push some very important work forward with House Bill 516, and we're on a short deadline. If it works for everyone, I wonder if we could meet tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay, I need a clarification because you just threw House Bill 516, which is a committee, right?
Yes.
And are we talking about that committee meeting or we're talking about negotiation?
Sorry, my comment about House Bill 516 is just that the work that we're doing to get this negotiated agreement, all that stuff done, is really, really important, and we need to get done sooner rather than later. So I'm proposing that we come tomorrow.
Okay, so you're making a motion for the committee for
Negotiation.
House Bill 516 meet tomorrow.
No.
No, for
Oh, I
She
was.
was just making
for
a statement that it's
A
important to get
statement.
this
It's important to
going.
get this whole process
Oh,
wrapped
sorry.
up
I
and
thought you
done.
were motioning
yes,
this.
thank you. I
That,
needed
okay.
clarification as
This
well.
is my
Abby,
first
thank
time,
you.
and I'm still waiting for you guys to take my picture.
Thanks for being. Okay.
There is graduation tomorrow
Oh,
for
yes.
And
Minico.
and I'm unable to make it tomorrow as well. So I apologize for that.
Okay.
Is there another date that can be recommended? The 29th?
Thank you, Brandy, because I wanted to do this. I'll do whatever you guys agree to.
Yes, you will. As we all do.
Oh, June 30th. June 30th.
Ha ha ha. No Saturdays.
Whatever you guys want.
What about Friday the 29th at 8 in the morning?
Okay, you guys need to understand. My last day is the 30th.
That's
Your last
That's
day
why I'm
is
getting
June
there.
Saturday.
June 30th. Are you talking
She's
May?
talking Yeah,
May, I think.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking the day after tomorrow.
Right here.
Right over. Sorry.
May
Okay, that's wishful thinking.
Friday 29th.
Oh, shoot a mundo. Sorry.
You're okay.
20
We're all tired.
May 29th.
I can't make it work. Okay. Friday morning is when we have checkout for our teachers. If I'm not there for them to check out, they're not allowed to check out,
That's true.
which is gonna really
Yeah.
make them mad.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Okay, so we'll give that up.
Sarah just told me she didn't want to ever leave. So, yeah.
That's my work ethic, sir. Sarah texts me all summer long, and I go.
Oh my gosh.
Monday is the first.
How about Monday the 1st?
Okay, hang on. I gotta check his schedule too.
I may be gone that day. My daughter's birthday.
Oh.
Out of town, so.
Oh. June 1st. Kiwanis.
The 2nd.
Let's see what the second.
The second may not work for me. I'm
We're
sorry.
getting into the nitty gritty stuff, aren't we, guys? 'Cause
Unless
it's so
we're-
late.
You won't need to come to the committee meeting.
Thank you.
This is what we're tabling today.
But I thought, aren't we?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I
We were
thought
doing
it was for negotiations. What are we
Okay.
talking about, you guys?
Okay.
Let's clarify.
too. Okay.
Are
Can
we
we-
talking about the next negotiations
Yes.
meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
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 Negotiation meeting.
Now that we're all on the same page.
Migrant summer school is here during those days, just during the day, so it has to be in the afternoon.
And they use this room.
Yes, we will.
And it's gonna. No.
And
the
when
gym
does
is gonna
summer
be
school
hot.
start? June 1st.
What parts of the building are they using, Ellen?
Every bit.
All of the
Every.
classrooms and these two rooms also.
Does it have to be here, or could you go to a different school?
Well,
Is
But
the
they're doing-
afternoon of the 29th not available? I'm putting that out to you guys. I
Is
know
that
that you said,
Friday? Is that Friday? the 20th?
yeah. I know you said you had checkout. Who said yes? I know, right?
I don't know how long.
Hustle them out, man. No, I'm
What if we
kidding. I
started
was
at
always one of
10?
the last ones.
Point, like, we can't ask the admin to
No, no,
push their staff and
absolutely not.
you
No.
better get that reading done now. Even though they're
No, because
probably highly encourage
I-
their staff to rush through it.
no, I was always one of the last ones to leave. Excuse me, sorry.
Does that move us to June 8th, the next week?
Well,
Ooh,
I don't see why not.
I mean, if you want to do it next week.
We could do it in the gym. We can do it in the
we've
gym.
done it before in the gym.
It'll be warm, but we can do it in the gym.
But then we have to work around their breakfast and their lunch, don't we?
Yes.
Okay.
I would suggest we just pick a different.
Yeah.
Yep.
So where would we go where there's not going to be?
We're under construction.
Oh, Trisha offered her
So-
classroom.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
go
whichever.
for it.
Lauren?
I have a question.
Okay, Lauren has a question.
So why are we setting another date for negotiations when we won't have
Committee.
the 516
I know.
committee work done?
So I have a suggestion with that. I think we set our negotiations date, and then that committee needs to make sure they can get that done before the next negotiations date.
And am I wrong about the parental leave? Is that been tabled so we don't have to worry about that? Okay, so I mean, that's not what I apologize for my wording, but you're right. It is something that's an important issue and it needs to be taken care of. But are we setting negotiations for that or for something else? That's what I'm asking.
That's what I
For
need. So we need approval of minutes.
okay.
Then we don't have to meet again.
Yes.
So we don't have to meet to discuss the parental leave and the 516 stuff.
Oh, I like that.
One fell swoop.
That works. That works.
Well, there's
And everything else can be done by July.
We don't have summer school on Fridays.
Oh, that's a good thing.
To give us enough time. How much time do you need?
July 1st, right?
Well, because you're wanting it to be,
Well, that's when the
Then-
law.
the negotiated agreement needs to be ratified.
So you're gonna have to have
Needs to
2
be
minutes,
ratified
2 meetings.
MCEA, it has to be ratified by the board or approved by the board. So if you push yourself out 3 weeks,
That's
Yeah.
not enough time.
you don't have time for that. Like honestly, that work on House Bill 516 needs to be done in just a few days. And then the latest we should be meeting would be the week of the 8th.
Because the board meeting in June is the
16th.
16th.
June 5th would be ideal because that week is my birthday.
It's the 15th. Yeah. Seems like
Okay, how about Monday the 8th?
Monday 15th.
Third, fourth, fifth.
Monday,
I was looking at Tuesday.
June 8th.
At, let's make it the 8th.
You can't do the 8th.
I don't know, just sort of.
That's fine. Yep. Yep.
Say that again, Brandy. What was your
So, Maggie,
suggestion?
when are your staff usually done checking out? Usually, are they done by noon? Usually,
We can't determine that, Carrie.
Oh.
It's
Like,
everybody.
Doesn't everybody want to be gone? tomorrow?
well, I mean, they are contracted to work tomorrow, and they are contracted to work for
Yeah.
Friday. So,
Okay.
like, if there's somebody that has a lot to clean up or a lot of inventory to get done,
Oh yeah.
like I don't.
After 42
Right.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we had a
I'll
different
be
building,
there this weekend.
like
We
Ju-
offered
June,
West
June
Minidoka.
3rd, 4th,
Can
Um,
we do the HB 516 prior to that? Does that give
yeah,
you-
that I don't know.
Well,
that I can-
Sarah's going to be gone the 3rd through the 5th. And she would like to be on that group that does that. And she has gone to all the town halls and everything that have been available. So she knows a lot. So I would think that the group then, the committee would need to meet on Monday the 1st or Tuesday the 2nd. And
It would have to be for the House Bill 516.
right.
Yeah.
It would have to be after 1:30 because I have their kids on one.
Would it be possible?
Meet after that.
Would it be possible for the House Bill 516 people to meet either tomorrow or Friday afternoon? Start hammering through that stuff, and then we reconvene like on the 3rd.
Sarah's still gone on the 3rd. Sarah leaves the 3rd.
Okay, or we reconvene on the 8th. Either way, that way you guys can work on the House Bill 516 stuff prior to the next time we meet.
I would rather meet Monday or Tuesday personally next week.
For
For the
the House
For the
bill.
House Bill 516. That works. Then Friday.
It's my understanding that doesn't work for Mr. Larson.
Oh, his birthday. That's right. The first doesn't, does the second?
I don't know yet.
Do you want to do it? Well, she does. Right now, I don't know. The rest
Dang, the second doesn't work for me.
She can't be
We're
on the
nominating
second.
the people
Unless
out
you.
here.
No, this is just for the committee.
Okay, good. I'm
Oh, this is-
really,
Yeah,
really,
we're
really
jumping back and
confused
forth
Yeah.
at what we're
between-
I'm
discussing
waiting
here.
till somebody.
So I'm just
says
trying
it
to
happens.
figure this out.
Well, we have to do the 516 stuff before we meet again.
Okay, so
Period.
is that what you're trying
So
to do right
that's
now?
what we're trying to figure out.
And then we'll figure out negotiations. Thank you.
So Friday doesn't work for the 516. Is that what you're all saying for those that are on there?
Friday is probably
I can
worse
do-
than tomorrow. Other than high school's got graduation tomorrow.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have to work on the 516.
That's what we're trying to determine is when 516 can happen. So we want to determine that
'Cause that
before
was-
we can pick the next
Yeah.
meeting.
Please
because that
do
one's
516
really time
first.
sensitive.
So can we do the second?
She adds, well, this is the
No,
516.
I'm not.
That's 516.
I'm not on it. Yeah.
516.
So I'm okay.
516. Well, he hasn't chosen them yet.
I could.
Tamara's gone that day.
Oh,
Because I got it. I was the only one that volunteered to do doing it.
the second.
I volunteered Josh.
I'm pretty sure Janelle or Josh would have been. I think Josh. We're still on Janelle.
Josh doesn't have a clue.
But anyway, when you slide up. Good job, Maggie.
So we have.
And maybe Mr. Larson, if you can't go, you could send a designee.
No, that's not funny.
You have experience.
No, I don't.
Yes.
It's just that Ellen and Kim are sitting right there.
I
I'm sure
agree.
they're very eager.
They look
You
like they're
can't,
ready to fall
And
asleep.
Matt, or this one right here, Brandy can't do it till 1:30 in the afternoon.
Depends on what if they can turn loose with their drones and say have fun and then they're poking drugs.
Drones.
I heard drugs.
I heard drugs
Boy,
too.
I did. I heard drugs, not drones.
Killer everywhere.
A lot of time outside.
Does that work? I think it's great.
Okay, so this is House Bill 516, June 2nd at 1:30. Where?
Well, I just texted my wife to see
30.
when we're gone for sure. So
I understand.
if I paid attention better, I would already know that.
We understand.
Yeah.
Give yourself some grace. You texted her. That's okay.
He's learned.
Yeah.
He's learned. Okay. Okay, House Bill 516, June 2nd, maybe. At 1:30.
Well, that's when her birthday is, so I assumed it was that day.
Somebody couldn't do the 8th, right? I can. So I can.
Josh would be back then.
I'm sure, yes.
Yeah.
I can. What day is the 8th? What day is
The,
the
the 8th is of June is Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the 8th works.
Okay, I can change my appointment if I have to.
What time?
It's at 1:30.
Are you David?
I mean,
Can you do June?
are you looking at Jamie?
No, David.
Because I can.
Yeah.
Oh, because you can't. So you're asking David? Okay.
Still in?
Okay. I can do that date until 1 o'clock.
We better be.
I like that. Okay. That gives me even an hour. Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I like that. Are you guys okay with that? I like that.
Okay, put that in.
I think we need a motion.
Okay, now I need to
Yay
just
or nay?
because I have to post this.
Right, but not that one. Right.
So
But just the negotiations.
but I need to know for the agenda, because I have to post it, we're wanting the approval of minutes and what else? House Bill 516,
Mhm.
that's it for the agenda?
For the negotiation one?
Yes, it has to be posted as a board meeting, yeah.
Tabled for parental.
It'll be, parental leave.
So you still want the parental leave on there?
Parental leave that we tabled needs to be factored out, and then
Okay.
House Bill 516.
So those two items, right?
You have to go through what's in the agreement. What else has to happen?
Yeah,
Does that
and that's the problem. No, it can't be, because you guys, the wording's not put in there. It's gonna take time to put all that stuff in there. And then you have to go through all the wording. No,
Well,
no.
that's what we're hoping the House Bill 516 is gonna do.
Right, but there's other things, like I've had to put in the updated bereavement leave policy, and that the board changed. So you guys got to read through that. I think the sick leave policy, the donated, we just changed it to 3 days. You can donate it multiple people, but 3 days to each person. We changed that, and I think those are the only ones I've changed. Oh, and then the teacher responsibility, it said somewhere to make sure the contractual hours are put in the agreement, and I put that in there. Based on the building. No, oh yeah. So, yeah.
Moving and editing? Does that happen at that meeting, or does that mean there's another?
Depends on if you want another meeting.
No.
So can we just add on to your agenda the remainder of the negotiated agreement? Just
Yeah.
kind of keep it general like that? Is that okay?
I mean, if you guys want to, you can send me the wording that you have, and I can put it in the agreement to where you guys can all read it and see if you agreed to it when you're reading it over. Is that okay? If we do that or not? Yay, nays? So would it be okay if you guys send me the wording? I put it in a redlined copy and send it to all of you guys to look over prior to the meeting. The master agreement. If you guys send me the wording you want, however, House Bill 516, how you want to put it in, I can put it in. It'll be redlined. I could put in the change of policies that the board's made, redlined, and you can read it over and see what we need to change then. Is that okay? Do you guys trust me to do that, or is it something?
I appreciate what you're asking. I don't like the word trust.
Oh,
good faith?
I respect you. I know you have good faith. I'm not familiar enough with this practice, so I don't know how to.
I've always done it in the past,
That's
and
how,
then you guys have approved it.
if that's how it's been done,
If it's good.
If it's good.
I don't think that there should be a problem with that if that's how it's done.
Well, changes in the master agreement have to be negotiated. So we would have to do that in an open setting like this.
So would that fall under like the
Remainder negotiated.
Yeah, I think she could do that.
Okay,
Part as long as it's all redlined.
I'm lost.
Yes.
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 Thank you.
I think they're
I've got too
agreeing.
many words in my head right now.
I think that they're agreeing. Am I right?
I can get that done. I can do the updates with the policies redlined too and everything.
Okay.
Are we okay that way?
We're good? Yes?
Did you guys want an alternate date for that? Like you guys have all the time.
Well, they have June 2nd, they have till the 8th, so I guess if they have to continue, you guys could figure it out after that, huh?
I think the House vote, that's a small enough group of people. Those people need to.
I agree. They have till the 8th, right?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, move to adjourn.
Whoa.
Do we have to have a motion for that date or anything? Are we okay?
They agreed on it.
Hey,
No, they agreed to it.
Okay, we're good.
They agreed to it.
It's been seconded. Let's
And
just
thirded.
and
Okay,
We're all
guys.
good.
Got you adjourned.
Yeah, vote, you guys.
If anybody puts down, I'm coming at you.
Well, I thought I had this process down, and
Oh.
now I'm doubting
Hey,
this.
anything goes tonight.
This is
Okay.
good. My process, not theirs.